Mysteries That Refuse to Die, Episode 5, The Vanishing of Brian Shaffer. Previously, we examined the eerie death of Elisa Lam at the Cecil Hotel, a mystery caught forever on video. Tonight, we step into another unsolved case, one that defies logic, cameras, and time itself. This is the vanishing of Brian Shaffer, the man who entered a bar and never came out. Years have passed, but the questions remain. It was April 1, 2006, in Columbus, Ohio. The city buzzed with laughter and energy, college students celebrating the start of spring break. Among them was Brian Shaffer, a 27-year-old medical student at Ohio State University. Handsome, intelligent, and easygoing, Brian had everything going for him. He was close to his family, deeply in love with his girlfriend, and on the verge of a trip to Miami with friends. That night, Brian and his friend Clint Florence decided to hit the bars on High Street, a lively strip of pubs near campus. They started with a few drinks, and by 9 p.m., they ended up at a place called the Ugly Tuna Saloona. It was a popular spot for students. Loud music, neon lights, and a small balcony overlooking the street. Brian was seen laughing, dancing, and taking photos with friends. Around 1:15 a.m., the security camera captured him stepping outside the bar's main entrance, talking with two women. Then, he turned back toward the entrance. And that was the last time anyone ever saw him. The next day, Brian's girlfriend, Alexis Wagoner, tried to reach him, no response. He missed his flight to Miami. He didn't show up to class. And soon, the worry turned into panic. Police began their investigation at the Ugly Tuna Saloona, where Brian was last seen. The bar was located on the second floor of a complex under heavy construction, accessible only by an escalator and a back service door. Security cameras monitored both entrances. Detectives reviewed hours of footage, people going in and out. Brian was clearly seen entering the bar, but not a single frame showed him leaving. No one fitting his description ever exited the building that night. It was as if Brian Shaffer had vanished into thin air. Police scoured every inch of the bar, storage rooms, ceilings, vents, and construction areas. No trace. They searched dumpsters, sewers, and even drained parts of the nearby Olentangy River. Nothing. Friends were questioned. Brian's phone records, credit cards, and bank accounts showed no activity after that night. His car remained parked outside his apartment. Investigators even checked the construction zones, thinking he may have fallen or been accidentally sealed inside, but found no evidence of that either. It was one of the most baffling disappearances in modern American history. Over the years, dozens of theories have tried to explain Brian's vanishing, none conclusive. Theory 1. A voluntary disappearance. Some believe Brian chose to disappear. He was grieving his mother's recent death and may have felt overwhelmed. But he had just spoken about his future plans: marriage, music, and medicine. Those who knew him said he would never leave without a word. Theory 2. A tragic accident. Could Brian have fallen from the building or been trapped behind construction walls? Police dismissed this, saying there was no sign of damage, odor, or remains. The building has since been remodeled, yet no trace was ever found. Theory 3. Foul play. Some suggest Brian was attacked inside or near the bar and his body was hidden. But with cameras covering both exits and no suspicious activity caught on tape, the timeline doesn't fit. Theory 4. A digital age hoax. Years later, strange messages appeared on a memorial website, allegedly from Brian. Investigators traced them to a hacker. Another dead end. Brian's father, Randy Shaffer, never stopped searching for his son. He organized vigils, distributed flyers, and pleaded for answers in every interview. Tragically, in 2008, 2 years after Brian vanished, Randy was killed in a freak storm when a tree fell on his home. At his memorial, a message appeared online: "Dad, I love you, Brian." But it was later confirmed to be another cruel hoax. The only family Brian had left was his younger brother, Derek, who still lives with the question that has haunted millions. How does a man walk into a bar filled with cameras and never come out? In 2019, a Reddit user claimed to have spotted someone resembling Brian in Tijuana, Mexico. Tall, long hair, similar build. The photo went viral. But it turned out to be someone else. Over the years, facial recognition technology, DNA databases, and private investigators have revisited the case, still with no resolution. Even the FBI lists it as active. The Ugly Tuna Saloona has since closed its doors. The bar's neon sign is gone, but the mystery remains, a ghost story in the heart of Ohio. Brian Shaffer was a medical student, a son, a brother, a friend. He walked into a crowded bar on a spring night and vanished before dawn. No struggle, no witnesses, no explanation. Was it grief, fate, or something we still can't comprehend? Years have passed, but the questions remain, until someone comes forward, or the truth is unearthed. The case of Brian Shaffer will remain one of the most haunting mysteries that refuses to die. Share your theories in the comments, and join us for the next chilling episode of Mysteries That Refuse to Die.